Hello, footballers. This is Football Entangled 30 for 30 Day 8. I want to become a pro footballer, but I just don't know how. How many guys or girls have you heard say that? Or just the first part and not want to admit they have no idea what they're doing? Well, actually, it's much simpler than you'd think. But remember, simple doesn't always equal easy. Number one for you guys, become clear on your purpose. Do you actually love football? Do you really want a 20-year career at the top level? Make your desired future crystal clear and think if you are truly happy doing that. Many footballers simply lack the hunger, desire, and discipline to be a professional footballer. They see the money, the status, and the stadiums and think they want the same. Don't waste your time or my time if you aren't ready to sacrifice everything to make your dreams come true. A professional footballer must be a winner. He must not be okay with losing. It doesn't matter what magical exercises and recovery routines that I give you if you don't actually believe in yourself and your future. Now, why is this number one on this list? It's because I've seen so many guys that are talented, that have skill, they're athletic, but they really truly don't understand their purpose. They haven't made a commitment to themselves saying, hey, I want to be a top class footballer and I'm going to do everything it takes to get there. Just that at a basic level. I don't see it. I see most athletes, most guys on teams I've been on, all they want is just a little money and just to kind of be there, just to kind of have the status of a pro footballer, just to kind of have it on their Instagram, not to actually live and breathe football. And you have to do that to play at the highest level and stay there. Number two, now ask yourself, what is the most valuable thing in football? What do clubs pay $60 million for? I'll give you a moment to think about it. Talent. It's the only thing clubs pay that much money for. Players from Brazil, from Argentina, from Ajax. They pay 60, 70, 80 million dollars for that. It's the only thing they pay that much money on, except maybe like their stadiums. Now tell me, where does all this talent come from? There's only one place. And don't try to tell me talent comes from the gym or talent comes from cone drills, because it very obviously doesn't. Talent comes from the streets, the melting pot, the cage, the favela, the barrio. It comes from struggle. It comes from your back is against the wall and you have to perform. You have to lift up yourself. So if you can figure out a plan to become talented using what the streets does to these young players, then you'll become pretty close to becoming valuable for a pro club and worth signing. If you didn't know, that's exactly what we do inside of Football Entangled and the Entangled Tribe. Number three, get yourself around as much football as possible. This means 5v5, small-sided games, futsal, and all forms of pickup. The more flow state you have access to, the faster and better you will develop. This is one of the main things that the streets gave to young Brazilians in the favelas. Number four, stop specializing and start cross-training. Early specialization has been proven to lead to more injury-prone, fragile, and robotic players. Cross-training has been proven to make athletes more athletic, resilient, and creative. Why is that? It's because when you're growing up as a kid, your brain is learning and developing its own understanding of itself, of its body, of its limbs. It's understanding, okay, what can I do? How can I help myself crawl over to this other thing, to walk over this other thing, to jump off this ledge and land and not die? It's learning. It's hands-on learning. And so when you restrict yourself to one sport, to one set of specific patterns of movement, you are suffocating your brain. You are killing off the potential of a whole other litany of vocabulary of movement. So movement vocabulary is why you can cross-train and become more athletic, more resilient, and more creative. There's a great study done by the NBA a few years back looking at all the first-round draft picks, and the ones that played less sports in high school had more injuries, played less games, had less points, everything. And vice versa. The ones that were playing different sports in high school, they had more games in the NBA, they had more points in the NBA, and they had a higher worth on the market because of that stuff. Understand that pro clubs pay top dollar for impact players. You will not be an impact player if you're a boring, injury-prone, fragile guy. All right, what's next? Number 5, devise a training program that makes you built like a world-class footballer. World-class footballers are built different from the inside out. There are many layers as to how, and you can use the Entangled training systems to do exactly that in the fastest amount of time possible to ultimately, again, upgrade your talent, the most important thing there is. Number 6, optimize your health and boost recovery. There's no point in being a good footballer if you're sickly, covered in acne, you have fatigue all the time, too tired to play your best, and you're just kind of stuck in a cycle of chasing health. You're constantly under-recovered. Most mainstream forms of recovery are meant to sell supplements and gadgets. You should be using natural methods that work, that are free for the most part, and that nourish the body, make you younger, make you live longer, make you live better, make you smile more. If it's not doing that, it's not the right thing for you. Number 7, look the part. Coaches, scouts, agents will make split-second decisions about you based on your appearance, how you walk, how you speak, how you're dressed, everything. You need to walk top-notch, you need to look elite, and you need to speak well. That means having great skin, proper haircut, dressed appropriately, healthy teeth, tan skin, smell good, and overall, being able to look your coach in the eye. If you're talking to someone and you're always looking down like this, you're always like, it looks like you don't believe in yourself. It looks like you know you're a fraud. It looks like you don't have the self-belief that it takes to be a top-class athlete, to be a top-class player, and bring in wins to a football club. Lastly, number 8, the most important thing, you have to deliver on the pitch. And in fact, you get to deliver on the pitch. There's no point in everything I just talked about if you don't know how to win. The more wins you rack up, the higher status you will have as a player, and you will attract better scouts. Remember, talent always wins. The best rise to the top, regardless of ethnicity, size, or height. If your coach tells you that you're not good enough because of your size, you know he's full of it. Because you can easily go look at Phil Foden, David Silva, Gavi, Xavi, Iniesta, Pedri. All these guys are little kids, basically, more or less. They're not giants. So size isn't your problem. Sometimes even speed isn't your problem. Sometimes just being fast is not going to solve your issues on the pitch. You have to solve your understanding of the game, learn the laws of football, so that you can understand the strategies it takes to get 3 points and help your team win. Now, you can use my course, Laws of Football, to become an experienced winner overnight. That's what it's all about. A 4-hour presentation plus more analysis about the dark arts of football, how you can become a winner, become a veteran overnight, even if you're only 18 years old. So guys, that was it, the 8-step program to becoming a professional footballer. Now, of course, this is an overview. Of course, it takes more than just this, but this is a great way to get your mind thinking about what it really takes to be a pro footballer and get you started. This was day 8 for 30 for 30. This is Football Entangled. My name is Taylor Davidson, founder, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 9. We are transforming the football world one player at a time. Talk to you very soon.